Okay, I'm going to show you how I make the smoothies. Right now, it's been 7 months since Trent's diagnosis, and he's trying to do one hyper-nutrition smoothie a day. Now that he's no longer doing the whole full pitcher a day, which he was doing initially. So what I do is I fill the Vitamix 75% full with these nice green leafies, and I normally fill it with about half that space with kale and about a quarter of that space with parsley, and then a quarter of that space with spinach. And you're going to want to pack it down. But today I'm out of parsley, so I'm just going to put in extra kale because I have extra kale. Now I do strip off the stems. I like the darkest green leafy part of the plant. I also think it tastes better. Now that I'm doing a batch of smoothies and it's for multiple days instead of the whole batch for one day, I'm actually putting in a whole cup of flax seed. And that is really the biggest change from when I was making it where he drank the whole pitcher every day. And that I think I'd worked up to about 2/3 of a cup a day in the blender instead of the whole cup I'm doing now. I also put in spirulina. Spirulina is a blue-green algae, but really it's a bacteria, and it's a antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, helps improve metabolic health. It helps with wound healing, it helps with circulation, it helps with all sorts of things. And I put in jungulin. Jungulin actually helps metabolic health better than spirulina. They both help reduce insulin, fasting insulin. They help improve glucose numbers. They both actually boost each other, so they make each other work better. I like to add a carrot to each batch. And anytime I have broccoli trunks where I made a broccoli salad and I just cut the tops off for the salad, I like to use those up. Now these are cruciferous, so they do help when you're going through Dr. Goldner's program to get your pound of cruciferous in every day. You can definitely get some of it in your smoothie. And this kind of makes up for not having my parsley today. I do have spinach, so you're going to want it nice packed, about 75% full. I'd say we're there. And then what I do is I fill it up with water to just above the greens. It's thinking about going down. Now I do like to add some salt. It's good to get a nice whole salt in. This is an easy way to get some of your salt for the day. Put in a little, I like to use some Redmonds. Of all the whole salts, it's my favorite flavorize. And then the other change from when I was making the whole blender for Trent to drink every day is the flax oil amount. I was giving him a couple tablespoons a day, and now I'm doing 1/4 cup because this is for multiple days. And your flax oil and your flax seed, those are your uber high in omega-3s. They very definitely are beneficial in reducing inflammation. And then I top it off with frozen grapes. You can use any sort of fruit. It doesn't have to be frozen, but I think it keeps the smoothie colder while it's processing. And I like to keep the temperature down. Oh, isn't that a pretty picture? And then we blend it. I do date my containers now that we're not drinking the whole pitcher in one day. So depending on how many days it goes, I can make sure it's still fresh. Now I like to fill it up about, I don't know, 3/4 full. I was thinking I might need another one. So one thing I add after I'm done blending, because the clay doesn't like the metal on the blades, is I give us a little daily dose of clay every day. Helps detox. It also helps give nutrients, helps with bone density. And it looks like I need to refill my container. So this is monterolanite clay. And I used that when I had Hashimoto thyroiditis. And was able to completely reverse all my lab tests and all my symptoms, all my gluten sensitivity. I was able to reverse all of it. Now, easy way to get the goodies out of the bottom of your blender. And then it makes the smoothie, well, there's some bubblies. Not quite so thick, it makes it more drinkable. There we go. And then I will just put the lids on everybody. And I will put them in the fridge. And then Trent and I will each be drinking one a day. And when we run out, I will make my next batch.